Welcome to another JMPR Miniature Gaming unboxing, and today we are looking at Marvel Crisis Protocol, Ant-Man and the Wasp expansion. 3 sets dropped this week. We've got Ant-Man and Wasp, Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange. My Doctor Strange hasn't turned up yet, but I've got Ant-Man and Wasp and I've got Ghost Rider, so we're going to do a couple of videos and open these up, look at the cards, look at the models, build the models up, possibly paint them, but I've got a few other things on the desk at the moment, so they may have to wait. But before we go any further, we'll just have a quick look at the box. So Ant-Man and Wasp's pretty cool. You get 2 models for each of them, a miniature version and a larger version. Now, I've had a quick look at the rules online that they did the tease. I don't think you necessarily need the 2 models. You could just keep track of it another way, but it's still very cool that they've done this. And obviously with a game that involves movement, that's very important. I do think when you're swapping models, you have to be quite careful and make sure you put it back sort of exactly where they are. Although I think there is a movement shenanigan thing when they're changing from one size to the next. So we'll have a little look at that when we get the card open. So let's get this open. Okay, so we have this open. We've got Sprue. Oh, that's pretty cool. The wings are clear for Wasp. Cards. We have our instructions. Let's take a look at those first, see how many thousands of pieces these models are in. So we've got Ant-Man, Tiny Assembly is 2 pieces. Wasp Tiny Assembly is also 2 pieces. That's pretty cool. Wasp Assembly Guide. Oops, I just dropped the cards. Doesn't look overly complex. And Ant-Man also looks very simple. His head is in 3 pieces. I take it back. His head's in 3 pieces. Well, that's fine. Let's face it, we've seen worse. Wasp's head's also 3 pieces. Oh well, it is what it is. It'll be fine. A lot of the time I don't really mind with how many pieces it is, as long as it's easy to put together, like which most of them have been. I know some people complain, but I haven't run into any problems building most of the models. Let's take a look at the sprues. So we've got the Wasp's wings in a cool clear plastic. Obviously I'm going to leave these off when I prime them, or am I? Am I just going to paint them as they are, or spray them and then paint them? Decisions. I'll make that decision later. Bases, 4 bases. Okay, what have we got here? This would be Ant-Man, big Ant-Man. Okay, so you do get spare ear pieces for his helmet, just in case. So some people might be happy to know that. Overall though, not too many pieces, apart from the head. Just normal 2 legs, 2 body bits, 2 arms, head, and I'm guessing that maybe a belt buckle, I think. And then second sprue, what Tiny Ant-Man. That's so cool. Let's give him the right around. Oh, he's so tiny. That's actually really cool. I take it back. Tiny Wasp. Detail's great on those. And then the Wasp's a little bit thinner piece-wise. And again, spare head bits for her helmet. And the head's got the hole right the way through for the side pieces. Okay. Well, we'll get those built and see what they look like once they're built. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so I wouldn't normally have done this. I was going to wait till I built all the models, but I've just built the first one, which is, as you can see, Ant-Man here. The head being in 3 pieces, not actually a problem with this model. What is a problem is the terrible design of the legs and how the body fits to the legs, and their instructions, the way they list it. So, firstly, this, step 1, gluing the halves of the body together, fine, do it. Step 2, gluing the legs together, don't do it. You can, and it creates this sort of pit for the body to sort of slot into, except it's not a pit for the body to slot into because you also need to take into account the belt. So the body kind of glues to the front of the legs and then hovers there, leaving a gap for the belt. This does not work, and also the legs tend to split apart while doing it. How I managed to do it in the end was glue the belt to the bottom of the body and then glue the legs on separately when that was connected, which worked fine. And I haven't had any real issues with any of the models in the range putting them together. I know there's been a few people complaining about the size of some of the parts and some of the complexity of the models, like Shuri and things, but I've never really had any issues. I've never really agreed with most of the complaints, apart from some of the smaller pieces being a bit stupid. But oh my god, these legs were stressful. Not stressful. It's like this is like 4 or 5 minutes in. So it's not like it took me forever and I gave up and threw it around the room, but yeah, these instructions are not easy. I would go body, belt, legs, rather than body, legs, body to legs, belt, because that is stupid. Rant over. I'll be back when the models are finished. Okay, and we are done. So I've decided to leave the wings off of Wasp until I've primed the models. I'll glue those back on afterwards, before I sort of maybe even after I paint them. No issues with the other models. They all went together quite well. Wasp's arms, kind of like a little bit of fiddly to attach, but nothing too difficult. The mini models, Wasp is 1 piece and Ant-Man is 2 pieces, so they are very, very simple to put together. So that's the models. Now we'll take a look at the cards and rules. Right, so we have tokens, poison, what is it, poison? Energy? Is that just power tokens? I can't remember. More Avengers affiliation tokens, and I literally forget what all of these do. Stun, shaken, something. There we go, we get tokens. Let's look at the tactics cards first. So we have got No Escape. Unaffiliated reactive. During an enemy character's activation, when it begins a move action is within range 2 of 2 or more allied characters. Before this enemy character moves, both allied characters may spend 1 power to play this card. Before the move resolve, roll 4 dice and deal 1 damage to the enemy character for each crit and each wild rolled. Okay. It's okay. 2 power for 4 dice. Well, 1 power per character. It's not terrible. Pin Particles, unaffiliated. Ant-Man and Wasp may spend 2 power to play this card. Choose another allied character within 3 of this character, then choose an interactive terrain feature of size 3 or less within range 3 of the chosen character. The chosen character throws it medium. Choose another allied character. Okay, so you basically shrink the scenery and throw it, I'm guessing, is the idea behind that. Or are you shrinking the character? The artwork shows Hulk being... Is he throwing a giant cone, or is Hulk small? I don't know, I'll let people decide. Seems okay then. Throwing terrain's always good. Reversal, unaffiliated reactive. After an attack that targets an allied character is resolved, another allied character within range 3 of the attacking character may spend 2 power to play this card. Roll 4 dice, deal 1 damage for the attacker for each crit and wild rolled. Okay, so similar to the first one. 2 power again for 4 dice, which, okay, I guess that's fairly standard. actually like the artwork on these cards. Yeah, it's fine. Right, character cards. Ant-Man. Medium move, height 2. That's when he's normal. Short move, height 1 when he's small. Attacks pin particle, punch, range 2, 4 dice, standard attack. After this attack is resolved, this character may transform into Ant-Man. Tiny, if it transforms, drops all objective tokens it's holding before transforming. Bullet Ant Barrage, beam 3, 7 dice, 4 power. If his attack deals damage after his attack resolve, the target character gains the poison and stun special conditions. Yeah, it was stun tokens. Change size, 1 power. The character drops all objective tokens it's holding, then transforms into Ant-Man Tiny. This super may be used only once per turn. Pin particle control. When this character is targeted by an enemy attack or would suffer a collision, you may use this superpower. This character drops all objectives on, then transforms into Ant-Man Tiny before the attack or collision continues. Tiny side. He's got ant-sized uppercut, range 1, 6 dice, no power. Gains power equal to damage dealt, and after this attack resolve, this character transforms into Ant-Man normal. Okay, so there's no choice in that. So him particle punch is a choice, ant-sized uppercut is not a choice. Change size, 1 power. Hitch or ride. Place this character within range 3 of its current position. This superpower can only be used once per turn, and that is free. Nice. Characters must be within range 3 of this character to target it with attacks. Tiny superhero. This character may reroll any number of defense or dodge dice. Additionally, this character cannot hold objective tokens. So I didn't actually read out his stats. Defense-wise, he's 3/2/3. He is health 5 and 3 threat. He seems decent. Like a lot of movement shenanigans. On the other side, he's still got 5 health. Doesn't look like anything changes. Yeah, nothing seems to change on his other side. I think he's actually the same. It's 5 health, 5 health. Yeah, okay, cool. A lot of movement, bits and pieces. Wasp. Also 3 threat, 5 health. She moves long when she's tiny rather than short, but then she's got wings, so that makes sense. 3/2/3 on defenses as well. Size changing smackdown, 3, 5 dice, no power. Attack resolve, gain power equals damage dealt, and after attack resolve, this may transform into Wasp. Tiny, same as Ant-Man's normal attack. Change size, drops all tokens, 1 power. Pim disc, 3 power. Choose an interactive terrain feature of size 3 or less within range 2 and throw it medium. Pin particle control. When this character is targeted by an aim attack, you may transform and yeah. She has flight. Stinger Blast, range 2, 5 dice, no power. After this attack is resolved, this character gains power. The target character does not gain power for the damage dealt by this attack. Ooh, that's nice. And then Wasp Fury, range 3, 6 dice, 2 power. After this attack is resolved, this character may advance medium. And after this attack is resolved, this character transforms into Wasp normal. Change size, tiny superhero. This character may roll any number of defense or dodge dice. Cannot hold objectives, and also has stealth, the same as Ant-Man, and also has flight. Injured side looks the same again. So again, they're both 5 health, 3 threat, 5 health both sides. Wasp seems a little bit better small. Ant-Man seems a little more flexible. And obviously they're pinging around, changing size again. Let's just read the transform rules. Some characters have superpowers that allow them to transform into other forms. When the character has multiple forms is deployed, always deploy the normal form of the character. While in normal form, uses the attack superpower speed of the size listed under its normal heading. While transformed, it will use the attack superpower speed and size listed under its transformed heading. No matter the form a character is in, it will always use the same defense, threat, and stamina. When an effective superpower causes a character to transform, follow these steps. Place the miniature for the new form the character is transforming into the battlefield within range 1 of its current position. and then remove the transforming character's original miniature, now presented by the new form. The character that transforms is still the same character. Any effects, conditions, tokens remain. How and when a character can transform is described in its various attacks, superpower, specials, and tactics cards. Okay, so it does look like you'll be picking around with the transforming for the two characters. Obviously there's different ways to make them transform, so they can use the superpower once, but obviously with their different attacks and things, you'll be able to get a little bit of extra movement here or there. So that's pretty cool. Makes Wasp very fast when she's small, because she can move long. So she could move, transform, move long. No, wait, hang on. Transform, move long, use Wasp's Fury, which gives her a medium advance, and then transform again, which is another range 1 move. And obviously Ant-Man can do something similar with his Hitch a Ride. So yeah, those guys are going to be pinging all over the table. So yeah, very cool. So that's our little look at Ant-Man and Wasp. The next video will be Ghost Rider. I'll be doing that. I'll be filming it shortly. Whether it's released today or the same day as this video, I can't 100% say. But yeah, it's looking good. Hopefully Doctor Strange will be here by the time I've finished uploading all these videos as well. So I'll also have him to look at as well. So thanks for watching, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.